prevent it. Now we have some right side clearance videos. Once again, Jason mentioned that, well, let me just say this about that. Our accident rates are coming down, it's great, but the right side accident rate is standing up there. We preach, we talk, but the accidents on the right side are still happening. This is not meant to embarrass anybody. It's to show you what we see on right side accidents. So we're going to use this tool now to let everybody open their eyes and see the types of accidents we're having. And sometimes I'll walk through the lobby, go get a soda or something, somebody will go, God, you're not smiling. What's the matter with you? You don't smile anymore. Well, maybe it's because I just watched this. Oh, man. There was a collision. Is this a mirror issue or a setup issue?
It's a full issue.
That's a mirror issue there, right? You should be looking in that mirror as you're coming out. Although they're parked illegally, I get it.
Yeah.
But does that give us the right to tap that car?
No.
If you're driving your 55 route, there's a car broke down in your lane, flash is going, guy standing on the sidewalk, cell phone, call for help. Because he's in your lane, does that give you the right to smash into that broken down car? No, fortunately. 56 in McKinley, I believe, Route 42 looks like. Watch the sign, the bus stop sign. Oh. That's a setup issue. Coming in, Judge. It hasn't been that long since I drove, but if memory serves me correct, almost every single bus stop has a bus stop sign in it. Be cautious. Be cautious. You get complacent, get your attention somewhere else. That can happen. Operator need to park his bus in the VSR lane. Is that a mirror issue? The mirrors are not ornaments on the bus to look pretty. Right? They're there for a reason. 10 to 15 times a minute? Safety and training, is that right? 10 to 15 times a minute. All day long, 8 hours plus. It's a skill. You guys all have it. There's nobody in this room, including admin people, who don't have the skill to check their mirrors 10 to 12, 15 times a minute. You all have that skill. Another right side. Entering 405 from Bellevue. Motorhome encroaching in our lane a little bit. We got 6 feet to the left. Now here's the mirror. Now we're buying a motorhome a new mirror. We're pulled off to the side waiting for a supervisor to respond. Our customers are pissed. Excuse my language. So what does that do for customer service? Even something like that when you had 6 feet. Because there's a yellow line, you don't want to go over it. You're driving a big bus, the painted line is not going to damage your car. If it's there, take it. All right. Enough said about that. What do we have here? Tacoma Route 13, 11, 14?
16
Vehicle protruding out of a parking spot. Where else could this happen?
19th and UW.
19th UW. And with what? Ladders sticking out of the back of trucks? All right. Cautious. 3 feet of room.
Right there.
Something as minor as that turns into something major just in customer service where the passengers are now missing their stuff. They call Joe Blow. Joe Blow tells everybody else. It goes on and on and on. And now you've got 15 disappointed people in Pierce Transit, including the victim, who's not there, but the victim, right? All right. Leave room. Right side, Puyallup Avenue, under 705, gonna pick up this guy. Here's our customer. He's gonna wait for the next bus. Let me just say something about that. You know what? We've got another one like that. Where's your pivot point on your coach?
Rear axle.
Rear dual, right? Your rear dual cannot, once it goes past the front of the parked car, then you can turn right. All right? Remember where your pivot point, in addition to your reference. You guys recognize that area? Yeah. St. Helens? So he drifted over into the concrete barrier there and the flower planters. A lot of the roads in the United States are built with a crown in the center. You guys know why that is, right? So water runs down into the gutters. If you feel your bus drifting, get control. Because you're at that point, you're out of control. Get control. Keep control of your vehicles, okay? Keep that right side clearance. This is an example of, and it happens to every single bus driver on the planet. You're rolling and something, whatever, you start to go by a passenger out of stop. So you have a hard brake and you want to pick up your passenger. Make sure you pick them up in a safe location. Cool. Your mirrors are not ornaments.
Oh, and
So make sure your pivot point is past the parked vehicle, all right? And then pull over in a safe location. Keep that distance on all 6 sides of your vehicle. Rented, the landing.
Look at the other.
Keep the 3 feet coming down 9th. Jason was mentioning earlier splitting the lanes on 9th, right? Watch the mirror on this one. This is 9th and Commerce. Is this a mirror issue?
Yes.
It's a setup issue. It's a setup. Over half these right side accidents, they're starting way up here. You're in control. You can prevent that by getting yourself the road. It's elementary. Joshua.
Can we go back to that bus? Yeah, I don't know how many things
In Renton,
The school buses.
I'll show you another one. Not the same video. How about this? Not the same video, but at your request.
Why do you mess with David? Oh, this one only hit.
That is twice in 2 months, right side accidents in that location. Too close. So how many feet do we want to leave on our right side?
3 to 4.
Safety cushion, how much on your left?
3 to 4.
In the front?
A lot more.
4 seconds under 40, 5 seconds over 40. That just came from an admin. That is how much we preach it. That's how much we preach this. Thank you, James.
For the first time.
For hiring transit.
I don't want to end it on here. I had a pull over and adjusted.
Temporary construction. All right. mirror issue. Stay in those mirrors. Give yourself that distance. What do you think that construction guy thinks of your transit operator? He's got the wrong idea, right? I mean, we're great operators. You just can't let your guard down. Ben?
Well, what I've noticed is far too often, it appears our drivers try to stay in between the yellow lines. It's like they don't want to drive on it, they don't straddle it, so they drive the bus like a car. And they try to keep it in the lines, which reduces that right side clearance. And it gets them going where I don't know how they can even drive and be comfortable, because I'll be behind them and there'll be 6 inches between them and parked car. So if anyone opens the door, or anything like that.
Let me ask you this, Ben. Ben is a retired operator out of Los Angeles.
Yes.
Have you ever, in your tenure here at Pierce Transit, heard the term split the lanes? Have you ever heard that here?
Only recently, right? But when I first got here, and I was going through training, right side clearance wasn't something we really worked on a lot. To be honest, I'm just being honest.
Okay.
And it kind of troubled me, because that was always a greater emphasis in Southern California because of all the parked cars, because there's street parking there. So we had, if you took off the door and it's anywhere in front of the rear door of your bus, it's a charge.
Sure.
And because you had pedestrians walking around everywhere, right side clearance was also...
It's huge.
It's huge. And I noticed when we go up to Seattle, I don't know about now, but for a number of years, we get up in Seattle, our accident rate would spike. And I always felt like it's because, well, we're driving small town and not big city. So when we get to the big city,
You gotta adjust. You gotta make that adjustment. And a professional operator does that, right?
Well, I mean, if you're a professional, you drive in a way in which prevents accidents regardless of where you are.
That's right.
So
Here.
even what you're showing us right now, a lot of this, it could be mirror adjustment, but it's also the lack of observing what's in your mirror.
It's looking
Because
ahead.
if you move right, you look right. You can't move your bus to the right and not
You
look
cannot.
right here.
You cannot.
Well, you should
But
not.
people do.
Well, obviously.
I think this is what this issue, yeah.
All
I
of
don't,
these right
I don't
sides.
think that, we don't know. Well, then,
They're in a stationary out.
Thank you, Ben. Now, I have to disagree with Ben on a little. Ben is right, 100%. He's right. But I have to disagree because I've been here 23 and a half years, and I can remember my first month in the door, I've heard about splitting lanes and watching your right side and driving over paint because it will not damage the bus.
Right.
I've heard that for 23 and a half years.
Right.
Maybe you came in a moment that it wasn't heavily emphasized.
Well, we had
But I do
experience.
back our training department, and they do instruct that. So once you leave our training, and if you're a senior operator and you're helping, your route training, you can have an input with these folks too, right? Give you an example of that here in a little bit. Thank you, guys.
Yeah.
1 minute, Jim, please. We're gonna run out of time. Second and Howell. That's a tough turn. That's a tough turn, guys. Going through there all day long, 7 days a week. So on that turn there, you know, you got that construction fence and poles. Go deep into the turn.
No, I know.
Make that turn no faster than 3 miles an hour.
I just thought there.
driving the thing they call bus rodeos, right? Tight obstacles. I've never seen an obstacle that tight. Right? So don't set yourself up for failure. This is on the freeway right side. This truck that we're about to see has been encroaching in our lane. But the driver is going to shoot the gap.
Oh.
It is. All right, you come. Listen, you're driving up I-5, you got a clown up there, and he's in and out, in and out. Hang back. Just hang back. Eventually he's going to move over, and you can make your pass safely then, all right? Don't even chance it. That's preventable. Yeah, right?
Yeah.
Do you all agree? Absolutely. Construction sign. I think this is the first accident we've had in Gig Harbor in 20 years. So he's already scraped half the bus. And we're going to scrape the rest of the bus on the way out.
That's the tire flat.
I'm standing up here preaching and telling you to approach cautiously, scanning, foot covering the brake. Stay strong until you exit that intersection. You're approaching cautiously, scanning, foot covering the brake. Stay strong. Scan before, scan mid, and scan after, all right? Stay strong until you've exited that intersection. Don't let your guard down. That was a blown tire and a ruined rim. Expensive. I think the tires were $600 a piece or something. All right. There's the story to this. So do you see the guy standing here? Do you see the guy here? Okay, that's a senior operator route training, some guy, new guy. And while they're rolling, the senior operator is saying, now you need to reach up and press 1 in your destination sign, 2 garage. And then he's going, whoa, 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 whoa! Because students are doing that, and then the mirror came down. Senior instructors, experienced instructors, don't set our people up to fail, all right? Teach them right. I can remember 23 and a half years ago, certain locations in our system, who the operator was and what the obstacle they told me to watch out. So you have a chance. You will impact somebody's career here. Just by little things along your route that you impart with them, all right? Let them know. Help them. You guys weren't born to drive a bus. You were taught to drive a bus. Everybody has some teaching skills in them, I believe. Bus comes into the garage at night after an 8-hour day. Oops, driver forgot to pull up the parking brake. This is how fatalities happen on bus lots, one of the ways. This is DuPont. Early in the morning, driver had his coffee, wants to go use the restroom. A bus waiting to depart.
There it goes.
How lucky was the operator on the first video, the rollaway, that the operator prior to him wasn't doing a walk around? It happened up on Sprague. We had our old garage up on Sprague before we moved to Lakewood. It happened up there. One of our drivers got pinned, smashed both legs, never drove again. And I don't even know if he walked again. This was a senior, much senior to me, who informed me of that yesterday. Now listen, again, great job in September, man. You guys are the best. But we can't get complacent. You can't let your guard down. You've got to look ahead, you've got to look around, you've got to leave room. And when we say 6 sides of your bus, when Krista says 6 sides, she means that front, 4 seconds and 5 seconds, right? 3 feet on the right, 3 feet on the left, In the rear, when you're backing, have a spotter. Under the coach, at least a foot, don't get high centered. And then what, low clearance? Read those clearance signs. Drive cam is kind of flatlined. You guys are doing fantastic. You've done a great job since we first implemented it. The driving skills has greatly, and I appreciate Mr. Reese and Mr. Griffith for bringing that program aboard because it has made a difference. Mirrors are not ornaments. Another little thing, hold the light for your buddy at Tacoma Mall Transit Center to come around and exit at the same time. Common courtesy. Now, I'm about to show 2 videos. I think that's going to sober me up from my sugar hangover. She's confused. She's not sure this is her stop.
Sit down. Sit.
Listen, take a few seconds, extra seconds, look in your mirror, make sure everybody is safe and secure. It's been an honor and a pleasure. You guys are awesome. Mr. Griffiths.